just put my new screen on. There's my new screen right there. We've got so much in store here for you guys. Vanderbilt basketball is a great thing for Vanderbilt University. They have a great basketball program and a great team. We're looking forward to seeing what Vanderbilt can do against Bama. Okay, Alabama is a team. Okay, Alabama is a team that might be a little bit challenging coming into the Memorial Gym this evening here tonight. I mean, the place is going to be rocking. I hope they have a big crowd on hand, and I can tell you right now, it's going to be a spectacular game. Now, when you step foot right here into this gymnasium, right? When you step foot into this place, you're going to feel a whole different atmosphere compared to what you feel like when you're on your home floor. That is going to possibly be a great chance for a great win if you're a Vanderbilt team. Okay, Vanderbilt's a great team. We know that they might pull it out of their socks tonight. Who cares? I mean, I don't know. I don't know who's gonna pull it out. Are they gonna pull this one out of their socks tonight, or are they gonna just hang in there and say well, let's try to get 15-0. But if we can't get to 15-0, let's try something else. Okay, so there's a comparison right there, guys. What we're talking about is how Alabama's going to do when they come step their feet inside Memorial Gym. Okay, that's going to be a very interesting thing. You know, are they actually gonna come in here and try to beat Vanderbilt? Yeah, that's what their goal is. That's what their goal is. That's what they want to try to do. But we can't keep the. But then Vanderbilt says, okay, we're gonna try to beat Alabama. That's their goal. That's their goal. If you want to be 15-0, you got to have great shooting. You got to take threes consistently. Don't just take threes randomly, because if you're taking a three from outside the box there, and you got to try to take consistent shots tonight when you're playing against Alabama. There's one thing that Alabama is really good at. They're good at taking threes, okay? Bama is good at taking threes, and I can tell you right now, it could be a very scary game. It could be a very scary game coming down the road here. Hello, I am a person. Welcome in. And like I said, it's going to be a very scary game. So who knows how this game is going to match off, okay? I can tell you right now, when you step foot in this arena tonight, Vanderbilt's probably thinking to themselves, okay, how are we going to stop Alabama from winning tonight? Well, you have to drive the ball nicely. You have to take consistent shots, which means don't just rush up to the basket and think you can make it, and then if you miss, then you're missing. So take consistent shots. If you're open for a three, you have to be wide open. You just finished school nice. Okay, nice. That's awesome. So, like I said, you got to step foot in tonight's game, because if you don't step foot in tonight's game, you're not going to win. And if you want to win, okay, if you want to win tonight's game against Alabama, you got to play your feathers off and try to beat Bama inside Memorial tonight. This is Memorial. You got to pack this place. You got this place that's got to be rocking. You can win a ball game anytime inside this place. Bring back the Memorial Magic is what they call it. Now, the thing is, how are they going to win against Bama? Like I said, you got to play good defense, right? Good defense. If you don't play good defense, you're not going to win. You aren't going to. If you can't play good defense, you are not going to win a game. And if you're going to let Alabama sit there and take threes consistently, like if they're going to sit in the pocket and just take threes, and you can't block the ball when they're taking a three-pointer, then you're going to be screwed up and totally be done. But you need the other thing is, if you need some good offense as well. So you need to find guys that know how to take threes, be consistent on your threes, don't just rush the threes. But I think it's going to be a phenomenal game. It's going to be a back and forth game, maybe. I think it's going to be a great battle. It's going to be a first big test for them because what I think is going to happen is the first big test of the year is ranked number 14. You're playing a 14 team and you're playing a number 11 team. You gotta be careful with that because you gotta be very consistent. You gotta play well. You gotta play some good basketball. So that's what I got for you guys in order in a spot like that. Would be absolutely a huge. Okay, it's I feel like that Vanderbilt has a great opportunity. If you can absolutely win tonight's game over Alabama, you'll make it 15-0. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for a win. We're looking for 15 wins and 0 losses. That would be the best start in our career. I would say it would be the best start in our college basketball career. You know, the way this place has looked, right? You see how it's looked? It's totally different. It's different compared to what you mostly see. Hello, Matt. Welcome in. Like I said, the whole scenery about this gymnasium is totally different that you never see at any other college venue, okay? So this is one of the most unique venues in college basketball. But I can tell you, when Alabama puts their feet on this floor tonight, this crowd in this whole entire arena is going to be exploding loudly, okay? You're playing a team. I know you're ranked. Our team's ranked number 11. We get that. But now you're playing a team that is 14. So this is the first ranked team. If you can beat them, that would be great. That means they're going to be moving up on, or moving down. Okay, they're going to be moving up on the rankings. So that means right now they're 11. So if they beat the number 14 team, they might be going down to number 6 or up to number 6. I don't know. I don't know how the standings is going to be looking right now. You just need to keep winning and being undefeated. Now there's 4 other teams undefeated, which is Miami, Ohio, Nebraska, Iowa State, and Arizona. So there's those 4 teams. If one of those teams loses, so Arizona's number 1 right now. And if you take and you have Vanderbilt in the middle of that all, that's going to be a chance. I do have faith that this team will be ranked. Okay, they're going to be ranked for sure. But now the thing is, how is Bama going to hold off inside this gymnasium? Look at this place. If you think this place is insane. Okay, let me scoot over here, actually. Yeah, I hope Vanderbilt wins too. Are you going to watch the game tonight? You going to watch the game tonight, Matt? Look at that venue. Now that just shows you how old this building is. Look at that. Look at how unique it looks. See what I mean? When I say unique looking, this is probably one of the most unique venues in college basketball. You're probably thinking to yourself, what the heck is this? Right? There's like a scoreboard right on this pillar. There's 4 different pillars in this building that has 4 different scoreboards on each corner of the wall. There's one big jumbotron. There's 2 on the side, and it's huge. Oh, Hulu's having problems right now. Gotcha. So 4 pillars, right? You get 4 of these pillars on each corner of the walls. You got scoreboards up there. You got scoreboards down there. You got scoreboard right up there. You got a big jumbotron there. You got 4 pillars. You got 2 on the other side and 1 behind me. That right there just tells you there's so many scoreboards. How many is that? So there's 4. Okay, we know there's 4 scoreboards. 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait. And on the top row, there's a scoreboard right behind too, way up on the top row behind. So there's 5, 6, maybe not 6, 6, 7. There's 7 scoreboards in this arena. Can you guys believe that? I mean, you take the 4 pillars on each side of the corner, or in each corner, right? You take pillars, these pillars right here. You take 4 in each corner. So there's one in this corner. There's one over on this corner. There's 2. I'm standing next to one right now. Now there's 7 scoreboards total, guys. That's a lot of scoreboards in a building. You know, how bizarre. I mean, let's look at the layout again, guys. That's taking a look at the layout. This is like the oldest venue in college basketball. You know, it is a theater. It is a theater-shaped building, you know, where they have concerts and music. It's also a music hall. So, of course, you're going to have a whole bunch of things in this building that you don't usually see. Look at how bizarre that looks. If you ask me, if you've never gone to a game there and you've seen it on TV, it's the most unique venue in college basketball. I've been there twice, and it has not changed. The only things that really changed, right? The only things that really have changed in this arena, there used to be a little window that used to be right up here, like an outdoor for sunlight, you know, right up there. They took that away. It is so bizarre, though. I mean, the press box is way up here. That's unique. Actually, if it's not over here, it's over on my other side. It's the most unique venue in college basketball. I'm not lying to you guys about that. It is the most impressive arena in college sports. And it's a great place to go watch a game, and I hope they don't ever tear it down. The thing about it is, I think teams like Vanderbilt is a great program. I think they have a great program, okay? Don't get me wrong. They might have a chance to beat Bama tonight. That would be great. Inside this most unique venue, it is a very awesome gym, Matt. And let me just tell you something. I've been there multiple times. In this gym part, right? What you're looking at right now inside this gym, there's no air conditioning. That's the number one problem about it. So I know it's wintertime and it's cold outside and you want it warm, but when you step into it and step right inside this arena gym with no air conditioning, can you feel the mugginess? It's hard to explain. It's very moist feeling. It's uncomfortable. And when you have 14,000 screaming fans in this place, it's hotter than ever. So let's just say, since it's hotter than ever, right? You get that feeling that it's moist and it's very hot when you have more. Okay, so you think it's hot when there's nobody in it. When you take 14,000 people or so, it's even hotter. It is uncomfortable feeling inside there, but it is a great place for a game. I can tell you that right now. Excellent place for a game. But let me say something. It's still uncomfortable. Right? The feel, like the moisture feel is just like very muggy. You know when you wake up in the morning and you sometime during a hot summer muggy night, you know? I think that Commodore Arena should need, and they can't afford that. They want it to be hot. Let me tell you why. You're asking me why do they want it? Why do they want this arena to be extremely hot for fans? Well, I have an answer for you. Should I tell you now or should I tell you guys later on why? Why they don't have air conditioning? Do you guys want to be surprised? Do you guys want to be surprised later on? Or you want me to tell you now why they make it so hot for fans? Of course, it's an old building, right? Don't get me wrong, it's an old building. So, of course, back then they never had air conditioning. This building was built in 1950. So, of course, you're going to say there's no air conditioning. But you know why they don't stick air conditioning in it? They tell me why. I know everything about this building. I'm not wrong about it. Yeah, because they sweat a lot, but that's not the reason why. Do you want me to tell you now, or do you want me to wait till later on to share the info why this building is the hottest building in the world for college basketball? Why why are fans sitting there and there's hot and they feel nauseous? There's a reason for it. You guys want me to tell you now, or you want me to wait to tell you? You Because it is a very moisture. When you get that humid air in the morning in summertime, that's what it feels like. It's just a weird feeling. It's like very uncomfortable. It's very muggy. But it's hotter with more people in there. The higher you get in this building, the hotter it is. And I can tell you why. If you want me to tell you why right now, or if you want me to wait till later on to explain why is this gym the hottest place to go watch a basketball game? Why are fans roasting, and why do you feel nauseous sitting inside this building? I can tell you why right now, or I can wait. Your pick. Your pick. I mean, the lobby has air conditioning, right? Where the concession stands are. But when you walk into the gym, you're feeling like, this is an uncomfortable feeling. Yeah, it's an old building. You got that right. You got that right, Matt. But should I tell you why, though? Do you want to know the official reason why? Or do you want me to wait till later to explain why it's so hot inside the gym part compared to the lobby? Okay, you guys want to know why right now. So the why it's so hot, guys, it's because, like what Matt said, it's the oldest building. It's an older building. So back in 1950, they did not put air conditioning in the gym because it was old. And the other thing is, the reason why you sweat and you feel nauseous and sick inside the building with 14,000 screaming fans is because when you watch a game, it's a great distraction for the opponent team. That's why they don't stick air conditioning in a building like this. Inside this gym right here, that's why when you walk into the lobby, it's air conditioned. When you step into the gym, it's moisture. It's very uncomfortable, warm, muggy feeling, okay? They do that because it distracts the other team and it makes them sweat and it makes it hard for them to play. That's why they do it. That's why this place is the most unique place in college basketball. So if you ever feel sick or nauseous, like just sitting there with 14,000 screaming fans and you're wondering why you're starting to feel sick, it's because it's hard for the other team to play basketball inside. So it makes it hard for Alabama when they come in here. It makes it hard for them to beat Vanderbilt and no problem inside Memorial Gymnasium. That's the reason for it, Matt. That's the reason for it, my man. You just learned something. But now when you step outside when you leave to get a food like a hot dog or whatever, Pepsi or hot dog, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, whatever, you'll feel air conditioned. You'll be like, this is nice. Let's just sit out here for a little bit. Let's not go back inside the gymnasium because it's too hot. But anyways, that's the reason, guys. That's the reason why it's so hot. Because it makes the other team sweat, and it makes the other team tired, and it makes them exhausted. You think so, huh? You're predicting that they're gonna lose. Okay, that's a great thought right there. I love how your brain thinks. Okay, I really like how your brain thinks. I mean, just think about it. Some teams can easily win inside Memorial Gym, right? Some teams can easily win inside here. But how often does it happen? Not very often, because the heat, the running around, and all the screaming fans, and when you're sitting in a very tight, close together, it does get very, 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 very hot. Okay? but it is the most funnest place to go for a game. You might feel a little sick once in a while if you're not taking care of your body. If you're not drinking a lot of water or anything, it is very warm. It is warm, I can tell you that. Right when you step into the gym, you're like, what did I just step into? A sauna? Pretty much. Just call it one big sauna. But it is a fun place for a college basketball game. If you ever have a chance to go, go. Go. Buy a ticket for a Vanderbilt game. This is the chance. This is the time of year to buy a ticket for a Vanderbilt game. They are the very best team right now. They're 15. They're going to try to make it 15-0. And tell you what, if they lose to a team that, calling Alabama the Crimson Tide, right? Roll Tide, that's their thing. If they lose inside Memorial tonight, that will give Vandy a 15-0 win on their record. And not just that, they'll be moving down on the ranking or on the stats. Okay, so right now they're number 11. They might be going down to number 8. If you take, here's 4 other teams that are undefeated right now. Listen to this. This is very unique. Okay, you take Vanderbilt coming in at number 4 or at number 3. That's number 3 on the list. Then you also got Arizona. You got Michigan. You got Iowa State. You got Miami, Ohio, and you got Vanderbilt, and you got Nebraska that are undefeated right now. How are you gonna? Somebody has to lose for them to move down for their number. It's very unique. I know how that works. So if Vanderbilt can win, that'll actually make Alabama go back up on numbers. And you know what? There's going to be a spectacular halftime performer tonight, and I know who it is. And she is unbelievable. If you guys have never seen her before, look her up on YouTube. It is an amazing halftime. You guys are probably asking me, why aren't you saying the halftime? Why are you just talking about it? Well, you guys want to know what the halftime is? It is pretty spectacular. You got to take a look at it on YouTube. You've got to watch her on YouTube. She is the most phenomenal halftime performer in the world. Let me just tell you something before I tell you who the halftime performer is. She actually has bowls. Like she has 6 bowls on her feet, like balancing on a unicycle, right? Like a really tall unicycle. She balances bowls on her feet, and all of a sudden she kicks the bowls and it lands on her head. Bam! She connects it. It is impressive. Look up Red Panda, folks. If you don't know who Red Panda is, she's the halftime tonight at Vanderbilt taking on Alabama tonight at Memorial Gym. Look her up, guys. She is spectacular. I don't know how to explain it. It's going to wow you guys. I hope they show it tonight on ESPN too, because that is going to be one heck of a show to watch. If they stream her tonight, or if they put her on not YouTube, look her up on YouTube. Type in Red Panda halftime. You guys are going to be blown out of your mind. You guys are going to be blown out of your mind to see this. I mean, she's performing tonight at Vanderbilt taking on Alabama, the biggest game of the night. And it's going to be a packed house, and she's performing. She's performed here like multiple times. But this tonight is a big night for Vandy fans. 15-0, we're going 15-0. Right there, she's the halftime performer. Hello, welcome in. Subscribe, Kara. Do please. What do you mean, gamer? What do you mean, gamer? Subscribe, Kara. Do please. I'm not sure if I really understand quite yet, but what can you... I can tell you right now, this is going to be one heck of a good game. I mean, this is that the reason why it's at 8 o'clock tonight. It's a huge game right now, guys. It is a battle. It's a challenge. It's a team that's gonna be undefeated. If you can win tonight's game, you'll be undefeated, rolling through the rest of the season. Now, then you play LSU on Saturday afternoon. Now, there's something right. Okay, let me tell you something. That right there. LSU, when LSU comes into this building on Saturday, it's going to be a great game. I mean, tonight's a bigger night, but when LSU plays here as well, anything can happen in the Southeastern Conference. Okay, anything can happen. You can either lose, you can play a really bad team, right? So if a team has like 2 wins and 8 losses, right? Or let's say 10 losses and 2 wins. If you play a team and you lose to a team like that, that's bad. That's bad for the team that you're rooting for, but that's great for the team that has upset a huge, huge team that is undefeated. Now, anything can happen in that situation. It is just phenomenal. I mean, college basketball is just unbelievable right now. It is crazy. I think it's going to be a wild ride all the way through here for the rest of us, the Southeastern Conference. This is their first conference game at home, so this is going to be very unique to find out and see what happens. This is going to be probably the most unique game you guys, this might be the most unique game or unique sport tonight that you guys are going to be watching. No doubt about that. This game is going to be over the top. Over the top. I mean, over the top. It's going to be the most. Tonight's game is the biggest night in college basketball. I'm not lying. If you're a Vanderbilt fan, you know tonight is the big night to stay undefeated. 15-0. You want to be 15-0. We'll see exactly what happens. We'll see exactly what happens between Bama. I'm not going to do play-by-play tonight, guys. I want to watch this game in general without doing play-by-play. But because this game is huge right now, guys. You're playing a ranked team that is stepping on this floor tonight. Playing the Commodores. Now, there's one thing you guys got to know. Alabama taking on Commodores. I don't know how to say this. This game is going to be so over the top. So over the top. It's going to be probably the biggest college basketball game of the year. For me, at least for me, it's going to be the biggest game of the year because Alabama's coming in at number 14 and Vanderbilt's coming in at number 11. This is going to be a neck and neck show tonight. If you can hit threes, it's going to be a sold-out crowd, okay? Let's just say that. Sold-out crowd. It is going to be sold out. It's going to be rocking, especially for the halftime tonight. I don't have anything else to say. This is just going to be one epic game. Hey, if they win tonight, I will come back, and I will tell you, always nice to scroll and find another Doors fan. Anchor down. Yes, sir. Because you're a Doors fan. How about I make you a subscriber or make you a moderator, my man? Anchor down, buddy. All the way. Anchor down. Memorial Jam's going to be rocking. Hey, do you have tickets for tonight's game? Let me ask you that. Do you have tickets for tonight's game? Alabama and Vandy, do you have tickets to tonight's game? Because if you're going to tonight's game at Memorial Gym, you'll see Red Panda as the halftime performer. She's going to blow your mind if you have not seen her yet. Anchor down, buddy. Nice to see more Vandy fans out there. Yo, it's great. Now, I'm in another part of the country, the Northwest, but I will be you'll be watching the Commodores tonight. Yes, anchor down all the way, my friend. I'm not from the Vanderbilt area either. I'm just a big Vandy fan. Memorial Gym is the most unique venue in college basketball, in my opinion. I'm glad I made you a moderator because you're a Vandy fan. Anchor down, dude. Let's beat those Bama. Let's beat that roll. Let's beat the Roll Tide tonight. Let's give Vandy 15-0 to the of the season. Been a fan since elementary school for reasons even I don't know, but I do live and breathe Vandy. Oh, I do too, my man. I breathe Vandy all the time. Vandy's the best team in college basketball right now. They're killing it. They're 15-0. How about the women's team? My goodness, they beat number 5 LSU in Memorial Gym the other night. Wasn't that an epic game to watch? Unbelievable. Hey, if you know any other Vanderbilt fans, send them this direction. Send them in this direction. If you know any other Vanderbilt fans, send them over here. Oh, it looks like you're the Big Sky Conference, right? So you are you a fan of anybody in the Big Sky Conference, or are you just a big Vanderbilt fan? I'm a big I'm I was disappointed when Vanderbilt lost to Iowa in the in the football bowl game, but now their basketball team's actually dominating. Coach Byington and Coach Ralph are running our programs among the. Yeah, they are. They sure are. Coach Ralph and Coach Byington, I love those two. Those two are amazing. Look at what they've done to this program. Look at what they've done to our program. It is truly an amazing thing. Especially being at Memorial Gym in person, it is unbelievable. I've been to this building multiple times. Let's just say I've been to this building once or twice. One for a basketball game, one for a tour. But oh man, it's a very unique venue. It is a fun place to go watch a basketball game. I'm a fan of the whole Big Sky Conference because I'm from Eastern Washington. Yeah, did Vanderbilt actually play Eastern Washington before? I don't think they've ever played Portland State, but I know they played Eastern Washington. I thought they have. Unless there was another team from the Big Sky that they played. I just can't remember who. I'm just trying to think of who they played in the. I know they played an Eastern team. I forgot. Was it Eastern Washington or was it Eastern Kentucky? No, not Eastern Kentucky. But Vanderbilt, I swear they played somebody in the Big Sky Conference. I just can't remember. That's awesome that you're a Vandy fan. I love it. We haven't played any Big Sky teams in a while, at least in men's basketball. I know, right? Like I said, Coach Ralph is an amazing coach. He's a great basketball coach. I'm not a fan of that woman's LSU basketball coach. She's too cocky. Did you watch that game? Did you watch that game when Vandy beat LSU, right? And when that girl stepped on the sideline and they didn't call the play and she just lost her temper with LSU. Did you see that? Yeah, this year we played Eastern Kentucky. That's right. We did play Eastern Kentucky. I forgot about that. Yeah, I watched it. Melky she's so annoying. She's so annoying. She's a very, very strict coach. I can tell you that. It's not funny. She seems very angerable. FPG is here. Yes, hello. Hello, FPG. Yeah, I can tell you right now that Shay Ralph knows how to handle that coach pretty well. And Coach Byington, I hope. Tell you what's your prediction for tonight's game? Like, I know that's what I'm talking about tonight. I'm talking about Vanderbilt tonight versus Alabama. Who I'm trying to figure out what happens. I mean, Tyler Nichols is a great player, right? He can shoot the lights out from 3-point range. How if you can have okay, so let's just say Tyler Nichols is a great basketball player for Vandy. If he can light it up tonight for Vanderbilt, I think Vandy's going to have a chance to beat Alabama. How far do you think Vanderbilt will go undefeated for men's and women's basketball? Let me ask you that. This feels like a game where Duke takes control. It's yeah, I know, right? That's you're absolutely right on that. I've actually have one Auburn fan that's here. Okay, I'm not gonna rip on the fans from Auburn, okay? Because this guy that came into my channel, he's an Auburn fan and he loves Auburn basketball. But I'm not gonna give him a hard time because he's a great person as well. I support Auburn as well for if Vandy doesn't play them. I'm not getting the vibes of a game like Wake Forest or Wake this year or A&M last year where nickel hits like yeah, right. That's what I'm that's absolutely right. So nice that I'm so glad to have another Commodore fan here. I love it. It's hard to find people that are Vandy fans. If you know anybody else that's a Vandy fan, send them in this direction. Tell them about this channel. Because, this is Vanderbilt Nation, of course, where I just sit here and talk Vanderbilt sports and play college football with Vanderbilt. But, yeah, send people in this direction if you know anybody else that's a Vandy fan. Would love to have more Commodore fans in this channel. It's hard to find people that are scrolling and trying to look for Vanderbilt stuff. I don't know how to put my channel out there that says, hey, I'm a Vandy fan. Or, hey, come here because this is a Vanderbilt channel. Go Doors. Anchor down. Goes. Commodore did lose against Eastern Kentucky. Yes, they did. No, wait a second. Did they lose to Eastern Kentucky or did they win against Eastern Kentucky? Let me ask the real Vandy fan here. Yeah, I get being alone as a Vandy fan. Always tough to find Vandy fans up here in the real world. Yeah, I know. Unless you live in Music City, then yes, that if you live in Music City, you got to be a Vandy fan. No, yeah, we beat the. Yeah. I was gonna say we did beat them. Yes. We beat them, Matt. Because if we wouldn't beat them, we would have one loss right now. Maybe he meant to put we did beat them. I don't know. Tonight's halftime performer is Red Panda. Has anybody seen Red Panda before do her unicycle thing? That act is unbelievable. Her act is amazing. Red Panda, she carries these bowls on her feet and then she kicks the bowls and flips them up on her head. It's amazing. She's tonight's halftime performer at Memorial Gym tonight. It is. I didn't even watch that game. I was at a quiz bowl tournament and we were gonna destroy Eastern Kentucky, which we absolutely did. Yeah, we did for sure. Oh yes. I hope you come to this channel a lot. How do you like Memorial Gym? Have you ever seen it before? I know you said you've never been to a game there before, but what do you think about the venue? People are telling Vandy fans that they should, like the opponent fans, they say tear down your arena, fix it. Tear down the arena and change it into like a more basketball facility, not coaches behind the basketball hoop. That's one thing. I'm like, no way, never tear down Memorial Gym. It's a beautiful building. It's a historical place. Why would you tear this building down? I'm sure Memorial Gym's going to be there forever. It's a nice venue on TV, at least. but the closest I've been to Music City is Columbus, Ohio. I'm not Southerner at all. I'm not a Southerner at all either. I'm just a grand old Vandy fan from my state. I'm from the Midwest, so it's truly I'm a Vandy fan from way away from Music City, but but yeah, I'm a huge Vandy fan. I knew people that play basketball there. It's a great place, and I respect. I have all respect in being a Commodore fan. Even if we play teams that like for us, we don't like the Volunteers, right? We don't like the Volunteers at all. That's our rivalry team. That's our team that we hate the most. So I'm sorry if you're a Tennessee fan that's just coming in here and watching this channel, but we Vandy fans don't like Tennessee Volunteers. But you know what? I still have respect. I still have respect for other teams. Even if we beat them, I still support you guys. I still have respect for you guys. So don't take it like we hate you, but it's tough. But nothing beats the feeling of walking around wearing Vandy gear after a big win. I'm going to be wearing my Vandy gear a long time, especially after the Bama football one. Yes. How about how about that Iowa? I respect everyone, but yeah. I agree. Oh, I agree. I totally agree with you on that. How about what did you think about Diego Pavia as the quarterback of a Van? What do you think about Diego Pavia as the quarterback for Vanderbilt? I thought he did a great job. Orange is an ugly color. You know what I call that? You know what I call the Volunteers? The Dreamsicle. You know those Dreamsicle ice creams? You know? The orange and the ice cream in the middle? That's what I call that. Pavia is my guy forever and ever. Oh, I know, right? He is. He was great. I'm disappointed that they lost to Iowa. What the heck? It's like, what? A team lost to Iowa, a Big Ten school, really? Oh my goodness. I remember watching AJ play terrible football. Oh, so Pavia Maya. Yeah, no kidding. Commodores didn't beat East. No, they did. They did, Matt. They did beat. They did beat Eastern Kentucky, my man. They beat them because we would not be 15-0 if they didn't win. They did beat them because we wouldn't be 15-0 right now if we lost. The Lowe's game we were playing with house. So I feel the season was a success either. Yeah, I agree. I thought we had a great I agree on that. Yes. Hey, did you see that Auburn buzzer beater? Who did they play? Texas A&M yesterday or something when Auburn had 6.6 seconds and they got it off to hit a buzzer beater to win it. Holy smokes. That was insane. Oh my, that was a big win for Auburn, I can tell you that. If Vandy can do that tonight, that would be great. Hey, you know who I actually enjoy listening to? You know there's two announcers I really liked that did the Vanderbilt game this year so far. I know there's still more to come, but there's two announcers I really liked that did basketball this year for Vanderbilt. I thought they did a great job. What was that? What's his name now? He used to coach Texas. And he has that southern accent, when he talks about Vanderbilt basketball, he has that southern accent just a little bit. I like him. He's good. You might know who I'm talking about. You might know who I'm talking about. I also like that what's her name now? Uh she did Vanderbilt. She did a Vandy game. What was her name? Uh how can I forget? How can I forget? Oh my goodness, I can't remember what her name was. But she did a great job too. I like her. I like her a lot too. She was phenomenal. I just don't. I forgot what her name was though. Oh yeah. You gotta buy yourself a ticket and go to a Vandy game. They're doing really good this year. This would be the opportunity for you to buy a ticket and go to a game. The Big Sky Conference. Are you still here, my man? He's still here. I do. I enjoy Mr. C too. Mr. C, the Commodore mascot. He's awesome. There ain't nobody better than him. I love his energy and I love his enthusiasm. Let's do this. Let's take that. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I actually stepped on my dog's foot. Whoopsies. My bad. Oh, yeah. Do we have anybody else here? Do we still have anybody hanging out here still? Ghost, you are way off. I'm way off. Why am I way off? Why am I way off, buddy? Oh, see, you must be thinking about a different year because I think we did lose to Eastern Kentucky. I think 1 year, but it wasn't this year though because we would not be 15-0. Just imagine we're 15-0 or 14-0, not 15. My bad. We're 14-0, not 15 yet. We're gonna make it 15 tonight. But I think in the tournament, I think you're thinking of we lost them possibly if we play them in the tournament. Boom, 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 boom. All right, guys, I might have to get ready to go off to work here. So if you guys want me to be back later, I will be back later. Uh, okay, what are you talking about though? Are you talking about basketball or are you talking about football? Wait, are you talking about Eastern Kentucky or are you talking about Kentucky Wildcats? Because yes, we've lost to Kentucky. We have lost to Kentucky, but we've never lost to Eastern Kentucky. Eastern Kentucky is a smaller school. Are you talking about Kentucky Wildcats? We have lost to Kentucky, but we haven't lost to Eastern Kentucky before. But yeah, guys, I will have to get off here for now because I do have to get off to work and get ready for some great Vandy basketball tonight. So make sure you guys come back. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Anchor down, Commodore fans. Remember, we'll be back. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Go Commodores, anchor down. We'll see you next time.